the next thing that I'll do is I'll head over to the competition to see what the competition is doing. And I'll show you the way that I do that, and you can go view page source and look at some of their meta descriptions and also the meta keywords to find out what keywords they're targeting, navigate around their website, and all the while, all I've got is an Excel document, and I'm building this big list of keywords as best as I can. Then I'll use the Google free keyword tool. I will talk about some paid tools as well. I'm going to try and give you guys at least the free option. A lot of these keyword tools just pull their data straight from the Google free keyword tool anyway, and they just repackage it up and give you a few other fancy bells and whistles. If you can feed back the information Google is giving back to itself, Google is basically coming to you saying, when you type in a phrase, here are the other phrases that we think are important in reference or in relation to the keyword that you've typed in. We might as well give them back what it is that they've told us is important. And there's two different ways. A lot of people don't actually use the website suggest tool, which is in the free Google tool, which I'll show you. But the first step that you want to do is build a big list. So let me head over and I'll actually show you just a couple of those different things. First thing I need to do is I'll just make sure that we create a new screen recording so this comes up for you. Okay, so let's head over to Google. Now, first thing, let's have a look at band merch. Oh, we're up number 1 and number 2. That's good. Oh, dual listing. Let's have a look at the competition, band merch. And I'm just going to go view page source. And we'll just have a look at some keywords here. So there's some keywords that they're targeting. So that's a really good way for you. Look, they're going for touring and stuff like that. We don't sell touring merch so much, so I don't know if I've targeted some of these. And also it gives you a little bit of an insight as to whether or not they know what they're doing as well, because I personally wouldn't stuff so many keywords in here, but most people do. It comes from very old school SEO. And then you could even navigate around their website, try and have a look at their different categories. Oh, down here, well, that's client list. Shop. You can have a look at some of the different categories, find out some of the keywords that way. So that's the first thing that I do. The next thing that I do is I'll head over to the Google free keyword tool. So the first thing that we can do is type in band merch. And these ones, I actually found out the other day, a lot of these, you know how they get you to type in the characters there? You know how Google is scanning in a whole lot of public domain works? And they're getting some copyright issues. A lot of those capture forms, what they're doing is taking words that they don't know what it is yet, and then they get people to read it and type it in, and it's kind of like intelligently analysing what the keyword is. It's like human reviewing. So this one doesn't look like it though, but it's just a little aside. Okay, so here, what we've done here is we've looked for band merch. I'll try and pick up some of the keywords here, and obviously you want to type in any of those big broad phrases that come to mind to try and drill down a little bit deeper. I will talk about in a little bit further in this presentation what keywords to look at for how many searches there are. One thing you might want to do though is just make sure you use this hide show columns, and you just want to make sure you make some of these columns show. The main ones that I look for is the price is a good one too, earnings per click, but the volumes is the main one that you want to have a look at. And usually I'll scroll down a little bit further, and then they'll also here write other keywords to consider by relevance. Now these keywords are almost like a lateral keyword search. It's not like they're drilling really down deep into band merch and variations of band merch. These are lateral keywords. So I'll try and pick out some key ones from there, and then that will help to keep building my list, and then I'll keep feeding them back into Google. And the aim of the game is just to keep building. So we'll just head back to our PowerPoint. You'll get a big list. So how many searches? Once you've got this big list, obviously you want high searches, low volume. Like that's the holy grail. The way that you check, low competition. High searches, low competition. The way that you check whether or not there's competition is you just head over to Google, you type your keyword phrase in with quotes around it, so that way you're looking for that exact phrase match, and then you'll find how much competition you're going up for. That's when you're looking for a sweet spot. And I'm giving you the way that you'd try and do it if you didn't have any paid tools. But there are some things like I use Market Samurai, which is a very good tool for analysis, and some of you I'm sure used. One thing to bear in mind though, those numbers, you know how there were those search volumes, those numbers that Google provide you, just use them as an indication. They're not even close to how much traffic you're going to get. freetradingsystems.org, we rank #1 for trading systems. Quite a competitive term, especially stock market related stuff. I think they say there's about 120,000 searches. Off that particular keyword, we don't get more than a couple of thousand searches a month. That's worlds apart. Now they say, I think you could probably say you maybe get around 10 to 20%, like they say, but that's probably not a good example using the one that I gave just there. But just bear in mind, use it more as an indication as to, but don't think that's how many searches that you're going to get. There really is no hard and fast rules when it comes to keyword research. You'll just get better with it over time. And it varies from market to market. I talked about trying to compare the mortgage industry to, mating habits of mosquitoes in Ethiopia. They're worlds apart. Obviously, you can't go for the same volume of keywords in that very small niche compared to something like mortgages.